zie mij zo. Mooie chansen.
Heel mooi.
Yes. Hi guys.
We're back!
Hi.
Back in Holland again.
Yes.
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 Yes. We want to talk about our visit to Samsung.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just 2 days ago, so
Just-
we all can remember it.
Yeah.
Yes. What was our expectation for the visit to Samsung?
I think for me it was more to finally see what technology was supposed to do in our assignment.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really feel we had that much about technology yet. So now this was like the final moment, and then finally something about technology came in, but I had no idea in what way that could be.
Okay. And what did we do that day during the visit?
They told us about how virtuality can be applied to attract people
Yeah.
to come to the Amazon, maybe to come to the Rio, for example. And yeah, I think, but
What they are doing was all about virtual reality, making games,
Making
virtual reality.
reality,
Yes, all right.
And I did everything in-house, so the
Yes.
music, the development, everything. Yeah.
Yes, this was
So
very.
they also showed us around
All right.
Yeah.
different departments.
And what did we learn?
I think, first of all, for me, the one thing that I came across was that they were already working on like Amazon 360 something. So I figured right away with the ideas that we had, okay, this is a way it could fit in. Like this is already a way you can work together with Samsung. In this way you can have a partnership with them. Because like I said, in the beginning I didn't really know what kind of role they could play, and this already gave me a little bit of an idea.
Yeah.
And I like the hands-on approach because the whole event was organized in 2 groups. And I really like that we could walk around in the building and see everything, but it's still in small groups, so you can have your attention on something, also ask some questions. Still, they didn't really answer everything, but I can understand that in the research and development. But I really like the personal way of seeing it, hands-on. We played games, we saw the music, and that was really nice.
And what I learned, we were talking with one of the developers, and they were asking, you all work together, and you all seem to be one group. How did it become that way?
Yeah.
Because they used to be app developers, and they all worked for their own, and now they are making games.
Yeah.
They have to work together, and they were telling that it was very difficult for them to work together. So they had all the specialties. And it's very difficult to create a groups process. So they were talking about maybe for the education you are following. Maybe it's interesting for us to have some insights from you.
Yeah.
So I like that very much.
Yeah.
So, other things about Samsung.
I expect it to be more like a factory.
Yes.
But it was a very playful, home atmosphere, and I really liked the way how we were introduced with it.
Yeah.
Still, it was a bit like in front, so you didn't see the back office. But I really like to see. Okay, so I expect to be like a big company, a lot of money, really high security. But once we stepped in, it was like, okay, it's like a startup thing. People working here on something small, but it was really big. So I really liked the whole up close.
And we were very welcome. Everything was organized. They know that we were coming. They had arranged food, drinks, introductions. I liked it very much. Yes. Something to add about Samsung?
Well, I want something to add because in the whole trip we had a lot of hours and minutes on the highway or on the road, and I really liked how it was organized with the bus.
Yes.
So also with Samsung, first we drove wrong, but still you didn't have the feeling there was any kind of panic or we did something wrong. But I really liked how it was organized with one driver. You can see that the teachers and the driver had some social contact. So I really liked the way, okay, we had the same bus. It really felt safe for me.
All right.
I really like that. that's for me all.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
I guess we can talk a little bit about preparing our presentation.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the actual presentation day as well.
All right. We did the preparation. We
Yeah.
did it all week, but we spent a
Yeah.
lot of time in that
Yeah, on that.
after the afternoon, that evening.
Yeah, after Samsung.
Yeah.
What I really liked was the whole trip was really busy. So
Mhm.
every day we had something to do, and you had to go to companies, and still you had like an assignment in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I really appreciated it that the teachers they cancelled some trips
Yes.
at the end of the whole big trip, so we could easily sit down together, talk about it, write on it. I think if they didn't do that, then all the groups didn't have as much input as they had right now.
And I think also then, because what we also saw in our groups, we had a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that day we actually brought them together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we made this whole thing,
Yeah.
like also with the logo.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that
Yeah.
day it really started
Yeah.
like evolving and turning into something, and writing the press release. So finally
Yeah.
we had things on paper, and we put things together so we could
Yeah.
actually create a story instead of
It was
having
really nice
a
to
lot
have
of
time for
stories.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I liked very much about the day, because we all divided the task,
Mhm.
but later on in the process we start literally sitting
Yeah.
together to
Yeah.
do all things together. And for me the results were better because we were
Yeah.
sitting together.
Yeah.
So and that was for me a good learning process,
Yeah.
because at front I thought it was all clear what we have to do, so we
Yeah.
could divide everything, and later on for me it was better to do it together
Mhm.
in groups of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So the results were better than.
Yeah, but all the activities are really good to do, but sometimes it's also really good to stand still and to look back
Yeah.
on the things you did. And I
Yeah.
really had the feeling that at the moments we had time for it.
Yeah.
If you had a lot of if you still had a lot of energy, then it was really valuable to stand still, look
Yeah.
back on it. Okay, what did we do?
Yeah.
How did you think
Yeah.
about it? And
Yeah.
I really liked that at the end of the
Yeah.
trip. Yeah.
That's in my personal reflection. I write a little bit about it that I liked about our group.
Mhm.
That everyone could do it on his own energy, on his own
Pace,
pace,
yeah.
and that I like very much.
Yeah.
Sometimes we worked with a group, sometimes the persons did at night things,
Yeah.
but everything we came together and
Yeah.
put it together.
Yeah.
And that I like very much. You
Yeah.
don't have to sit up
Yeah.
with each other, but somebody, I have another idea, and you can work it out, but we all brought it together,
Yeah.
and that I like very much about this group.
Me too. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and the one thing that I'm proud with all of you guys that we successfully implemented the theory into the project.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that for this project we really play with our imagination.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, Yeah.
For the tasks.
Absolutely.
So that's why this is the true meaning of Imagineering, that
Yeah.
we use the engine of imagination to
Yeah.
create something valuable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the remark very much. Because when you come back, you go back to normal life, and now we were really using your imagination,
Yeah.
and we engineered it. So it is imagineered a little bit. Now let's go through the last day to the presentations.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I like the most is that, we all had the same visits, but still people had different approaches and different outcomes,
Yeah,
and I really liked to see that, because it was just really nice to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
how everyone's thought process went and what kind of things they had done. I mean, we had people who had like all these workshops, and it was just really nice to see
yeah.
everyone's process.
Yeah, and I normally don't use a word, but and I don't say it in English, but I try. I was very proud to be part of the whole class.
Yeah.
Every group had such a good solution, presentation,
Yeah.
and they all at a different angle.
Yeah.
They had all different accents.
Perspectives,
Yeah, but they were all phenomenal.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny because sometimes if you're in a group, we're in a group for 2 weeks, so you expect that everyone has the same vision
Yeah.
and the same approach.
Yeah.
But now, it was a coincidence, I think. Everyone really hit like one spot. So if you could divide the whole project in 4 categories, then everyone did one category without talking to each other.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I think also at the end, if the people over there are smart, they get all the valuable insights from every presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we had time for that, to put it like in a whole, then we could really give them a report and say, okay, this is the Imagineering approach, here you have it, and then it was really good.
Can you highlight some what you liked from the other presentations?
Well, first of all, our presentation, I really liked the way that we thought of the stakeholders and staying together, because that's very practical and that's also realistic and something that's really needed. But on the other hand, in Imagineering, you also need to be creative and inspiring, and I really liked the storytelling of the group of Ivan, and so that was really nice. Also, the thing I really liked was we get insights by co-creation. And for us, we did the research more of like a personal point of viewing perspective. But if you looked at, I don't know, Hannah and Jackie, they really did the co-creation part, and that was something that was also a part of Imagineering. So that's why if you put them all together, then you really have the Imagineering approach, the co-creation, the inspiring, the realistic implementation, and also the group of Shemania, they won at the end, and their presentation was like on top of everything.
I like the presentation. What make things tangible during the presentation. I didn't think about it, but with sound, feeling.
That was also very nice.
I like that very much. And at forehand, I didn't think about it. No. We had a straight presentation, but involved.
Well, it's also the good thing to see that maybe we in a group, you're already working. I did business economics, you did law, you did tourism.